supporter for us. Origin Gas has been with us all the time. Bucket TV, we've got T&M Heather Contractors, and they support the Bears and anything they do, and Kiarana FM 89.5 on the radio dial. So we're in for a good afternoon. It looks like the Cowboys are going on your screen left to right, and Takitumu's going right to left. And this should be a good game. I know they got flogged last week, and Arorangi will be smarting from their loss last week, and they're going to, and they got a different. The manager just said to me, "We got a different game plan." So I've been looking at Takitumu, and they got a mixture of all players. There's blokes from here, there, everywhere. But if they can get themselves together, some good players amongst them, and the ball's gone back out wide. It's out wide. That's a good ball out wide. The winger's got the ball, so it shows you the difference in the game this week. But they're piling in. The referee's called for the ruck and maul. They're all offside, the Cowboys. But they're 40 metres out, a quick ball. That's a big run up the middle, and that's what you got to do, Arorangi. Try and get the forwards in. That's Liza. He's laid the ball back down. They're going up the middle. This is a better plan than what they had last week. And they're 30 metres out. Arorangi's trying to ruck over the ball, but they're being held. There's some big men out there today. Big forwards. And they're offside. All offside. So we're going to have a penalty to Takitumu. It's for a high shot and probably offside. I think he's singled both of them. And they're going to kick for goal. I got the Cowboys team sheet, and it's a very interesting team, and I haven't got I'm sure I'll get it. I haven't got the Takitumu team. But even in this team, they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 reserves for Takitumu, which they didn't have last week. So it'll be an interesting all afternoon. But you should get a good view on this kick. There's plenty of scope for the cameraman. He's right behind the kick. And it's important for this Takitumu team to get off to a good start, because last week they just never got on the front foot. But they tell me Lloyd Matapo, who's the coach, in conjunction with Richard Piacure, they tell me they've been training and they've been doing really well. So it'll be an interesting afternoon for them. And as you can see, there's a couple of big bulldogs out there. Taking his time. Moves in. He fluffed it. He topped the ball, but it was heading the right way. There's a great tackle from the Takitumu. They're going to try and they're running from the ruck. There's a big run here. They're all into it. The Cowboys are all over the ball. He's going to be a penalty here. We're going to have a line out or a scrum. I don't know what his signal was. Yes. Yeah. And I got to say a big thank you to the Cook Island Building Supplies, because they've supplied us with a truck to film it from, and we appreciate any help that we can get make this telecast as very successful. And we've got a penalty going 40 metres out from the Cowboys try line, and I don't know what it's for, but who cares? So Takitumu started well. They've been on the front foot, and they look all right. Thanks, Don. So we're going to have a sub here. This man's injured. But I've just got the Takitumu team, and boy, there's some good names in there, and it'll be interesting to see how they go. Yes, and gee, one of my favourite players got number 19 on his back. Sai Nagi obviously hasn't been training. see how it all goes. But while this player's been replaced, I just want to thank our sponsors, which is Cook Island General Transport, who's just turning into a super sponsor for our sport. Origin Gas has been with us all the time. T&M Heather just support the Cowboys or the Bears, whatever they're playing, all the time, and it's good to see the village getting behind their team, and Vaka TV and Kiarana FM 89.5. So we've got a line out. They're 25 metres out. It's a throw into the line out from the Cowboys, and we'll see how the line out works. Because the line outs last week between them and Arbitrary were terrible, but they got the ball no problems. Out wide they go. Turn the ball inside, the man's up the middle, but gosh, that's good defence from Takitumu, and there's better defence. They're into it. And if Takitumu can keep this type of game up for the whole 80 minutes, Arorangi's going to be in for a hard game. There's another penalty for the Cowboys, 25 metres out. They'll probably kick for goal if they're smart. They're making the decisions. I think Robert Heber's the captain. Robert's a great footballer. He's a good man. And he's a hard doer. So we got number 11. Maiva. Kicking for goal. No. We'll see who it is in a minute. Everybody's in the way, but it's a beautiful afternoon in sunny downtown Rarotonga. Couldn't ask for a better day for the middle of winter. He's a left footer. If he's a kicker of any note, this should be easy. Got it lined up. Oh, swinging in, and missed. But that's a better effort than what we've seen last week. But it's 0-0. We've only been going 5-6 minutes. And we've got Takitumu from the 25 metre mark. They're throwing the ball around to decide who's going to do what. It's a long kick down the middle. It's gone over the halfway mark. That's what the Cowboys want. Now they've got their outside men going. That was Robert Heber in the headgear. You'll always know Robbie's got the headgear on, but gosh, he's a hard doing forward. And they're all offside. It's good that they're keeping them apart, because you just can't have these teams too close together, so I'll get into trouble. They're going for the line. Hasn't got much ground, but he's got the ball out. We're going to have a line out, probably 30 metres out from Takitumu's try line. As Cowboys line out and throw. So we'll see how it all goes. Number 20 is Storm. No, it's not Storm. Oh, yes, it is. They've got the ball out wide. They've got it all. They're in there. Cowboys everywhere. There's another penalty. They've taken a quick tap. They're all offside, so it's interesting what the refs rules. He hasn't given them an advantage. They're on the ground. There's still Cowboys rolling the ball up the middle. They're 15 metres out. Referee's telling them to let the ball go. They've come to the blind side. It's a good run. Cowboys are over it, though. They've secured the ball. They've got a big back line. They've gone to the blind again. They've got the ball out wide, but he's lost it. Knock on. The ruling is it's a penalty to the Cowboys. They're getting all the penalties at the moment, but they're going forward. So we're going to kick for goal. And I think that's a good decision, because I think points are important in this game, because I don't... 3 for penalty. I think it's important to get some points on the board to make Takitumu chase the score. Because if they get to the front, then the other team's chasing, and it's easy to lead from the front and come from behind. But this should be a lot easier for him. He's only 15 metres out and he's just to the side of the right of a post. His last kick wasn't too bad. And that's over. So it's 3-0 to the Cowboys. The Cowboys are in front. I like what I see with the Takitumu team. If they can get the ball and throw it around, they've got some good players out there. Just looking at the team, and there's plenty of good players out there. Up they go. Oh, hasn't gone 10 metres, so that'll be a penalty. Back on the halfway mark. So the rules now is a scrum on the halfway mark. The ball's going to go for the defending team, which is Arorangi, right in the middle of a field, which is a good place to start the game from. So it's 0-0. They both had easy shots for goal and they both missed them, but while the scrum's going down on the halfway mark, I just want to thank our sponsors once again, especially Cook Island Building Supplies, who've lent us the truck so we can film from it, which is most important. And we've got T&M Heather supporting these guys here, the Cowboys. We've got General Transport, who's always a good supporter for us. There's a kick that's Stephen Willis has put it up in the air, been well handled, and it's been returned with interest. It hasn't gone out. It's been a great take, and now they're going to go down a little kick over the top, and it's Elijah's got the ball, and he's got the ball, he's lost it, and there's a penalty to Takitumu. That's got him out of a lot of trouble. But we also want to thank T&M Heather for their continued support of the Cowboys. Bucket TV, who's doing the broadcasting and camera work here, and 89.5 on the FM dial. So we have a line out, 40 metres out from the Takitumu try line. You'll get a good shot at this. I think number 16, I think that is Mr. Fernandez. The ball's gone out. Linesman's on it. And I hope the linesman can keep up with the game, because that was a bit of a problem last week. You've got to have your linesman up. Storms are going to throw the line out for Arorangi. They're 20, 30 metres out from the Takitumu try line. All the orders are going out. Up they go, and it's been pinched. It's been pinched by Takitumu, and that's a fault with not a lot of training. They got their calls wrong. That's Daniel. Daniel's a great footballer. He's been a great footballer for that club down there, the Sea Eagles or Takitumu or the Flying Dragons. He just turns up every week. And we're back. There's been a kick here from Takitumu, and it's going right down. It's going to be 20 metres out from the Cowboys try line. So we'll see who ends up with the ball down there. So we'll see what happens. 20 metres out. It's the line out. And they go. It's a Takitumu ball. They're going to go right into the middle of the field here. Great run, sets it up right out 25 metres out from the Cowboys try line. They've got plenty of men out wide. There's a good run right up the middle into the forwards, but he's lost the ball, and that was our problem last week. It's been kicked away by the Cowboys, and it's going to go out 40 metres out from the try line. but it's going to be a Takitumu line out and throw. So we've got a line out. Beautiful afternoon here. And this complex, mate, the Hebbers have done a tremendous job. It's for the village, but the field's terrific. The amenities are terrific. The netball courts are just sensational. And they've done a really good job here. And I think that's Sai. He's gone up for the ball. But that's... Here goes Sai. Sai's a good footballer. But he doesn't want... He just loped into that. Thanks, Tom. Thank you. So here we go again. The Takitumu's got the ball out. They're 40 metres out from the Cowboys line. The Cowboys' defence has been pretty good so far. They're onto it. They're into it. There's a ruck formed. The ball's going to come out. They've gone from the ruck. And it's gone out. So it's going to be a Cowboys line out and throw. And for a change, I've got all the team sheets. We've got a double header here today. And the next game will be a cracker. It's last year's premiers and runners-up. The Panthers, who won the comp last year against Arbitu, and you can't ask for a better game than that one. Tupapa and Arbitu, arch rivals. Two big clubs on the island, no matter what sport they play. Very proud teams, and it'll be on for young and old. And I've spoken to all the players, and they're itching to put the Demons to rest from last week, because we've seen some terrible games last week. And there's the Cowboys into the middle, right on the halfway mark. He's still going, though. They're trying to take the ball up the middle, the Cowboys, which is what their game plan has always been. They're a forward-orientated team, and no matter what they play. And the winger's got the ball. He's only got to beat the fullback. He's kicked over the top, and he's regained the ball. Great try, Cowboys. Great. Went down the wing, kicked over the top, re-gathered it, and that's what people come to see. And according to this, it's my number 11, but sometimes these names don't match up with the names I got on their team sheets. That was just a bit of individual brilliance, and they're the things that win games. So it's 5-0, and the Cowboys, they probably thought this was going to be an easy game. 5. No. No, 2 if he gets 2 for a conversion.
Well, they did a conversion earlier.
That didn't go over. There's the scoreboard there. Yeah, the scoreboard up there.
He's showing 10 over there.
Oh, maybe it did. Maybe I'm getting older and sillier. But even if he kicked it, Dave, it wouldn't be 10. But that's gone over. I don't know what they're doing on the scoreboard. They got it 10-0, so we'll go with the scoreboard. But no, I don't think it is, Dave. Well, if you say...
11-0, because he kicked it over that...
Well, it's only 3, and that's worth 7, that one.
7, 8, and then another 3, right?
No, not 8, 7. You get 5 for a try, 2 for a conversion, 3 for a penalty. Well, we've got a bit of a problem. It's either 7-0 or 10-0, but at the moment it's all Cowboys and they're starting to roll. And there's Stephen Wills off. Great footballer, great kicker of the ball. Down the middle. And here comes the kick. Been caught well. Down the left-hand wing goes the Cowboys. And they're off again. Only got the fullback to beat, got the ball out. They've got plenty of men there and they've dropped the ball. Takitumu's come up with it. 30 metres out from their own try line. The scoreboard's got 10-0, Dave, so we'll have to go with that.
Have you guys got the score? Pinner, you got the score?
10-0. So they must have kicked that penalty, Dave. I wasn't watching.
I thought it would have been 11 because
No, no,
5 and then another 3.
no. 2-2, Dave, for a conversion. 10-0. So that's been confirmed. Takitumu's got the ball. They've got it out of the scrum. Coming out wide. Oh, there's a big attack from the Cowboys. They really felt that Takitumu. But it's been shoveled back with the hand out of the ruck. So the Takitumu's got a penalty. They're kicking towards the camera. I've got bodies in front of me everywhere. We've got a big crowd here today. I like this double header because we've got 4 teams in the comp and we've got supporters from the 4 clubs, and it's produced a great crowd. It's as good a crowd as I've seen at a game of Union for a while. So we've got a line out right in front of our camera, 40 metres out. It's Takitumu's throw into the line out. The ref says, come on, give us a space. So here we go. Fernandez has got the ball. It's a Takitumu ball. That's from up the middle. They're on the halfway mark. That was taken by James in the line out. So we've got a penalty to the Cowboys right on the halfway mark. They're leading. So they'll kick for the line on our side of the camera. That's not a bad kick. It's going to be down near the 25 metre mark, so we're going to have a line out down there. But this double header, I like this idea. We've got 4 teams. Let's play them both on the same day at the same ground. We get a big crowd and we see all the teams playing in the one ground. It's a good idea. I hope they keep doing it. The fans will love it. Up they go. It's the Cowboys throw. They've come up with the ball. They got it out wide. That's Robert Heber was the jumper. Going out wide. They're going back a bit, but they've still got the ball. The Cowboys, out they come. Oh, big tackle in the forwards by Takitumu. It'll depend whether, and they've come up with the ball, Takitumu. It depends whether they can keep up this pace into the second half, because that was their problem last week, and that's just fitness. So the ref's trying to get the Cowboys on side. Out they come. Oh. He's been monstered. That's Daniel, Tua. Out they come again. And they've got the ball. They're doing well here. They're doing well here, the Takitumu. The winner's been released. It's a great run, and the referee's got a forward pass. That was very promising for Takitumu. The referee's got a forward pass. Referee smiling. Takitumu will be disappointed with that because they look very promising then. You need a bit of luck in these games, and that just didn't go their way. Like, you see forward passes all day. All day you see forward passes. Time off for an injury. While the injury's being looked after, I just want to thank our sponsors. Cook Island Building Supplies, they've given us the truck so we can use as a platform. And our main sponsors are General Transport, Cook Island General Transport. You need anything done, they're the men to do it. Origin Gas, if you need gas for your cooker, they're the right people to get. Bucker TV, if you want to see some good shows, and I'm a Bucker TV fan, they've got some fantastic shows on TV. T&M Contractors, you need any little jobs done or big jobs done, they're the people. And of course, when you're driving around in your car, listen to CIRU FM on the FM dial 89.5. And they've been with us all the time, and we appreciate them. Without sponsors, we can't give you these telecasts. And of course, we're live streaming both these games, and hopefully it's going all right. And especially when we got all these players, the Fijians, PNGs, the Samoans, and it goes all through. Pacifica in New Zealand pick it up, and they'll send it out through the Asia Pacific. But you can watch it on the through Bucket TV's live stream. And I think we're doing a good job getting this out to the people. So we've got a replacement for the injured man. He's limping off. He's hurt his leg. And here we go. Boy, there's some big men in that. Takitumu forward pack. But Islanders are big fellas anyway. I'd hate to feed half of them. And the scrum's pushing around. The referee's looking at the back line. He should be watching the scrum, because that's where the trouble starts. Takitumu's got two big props. One's a Fijian boy, and the boy on this side is a Cook Island boy, but gosh, there's some big men out there. Ball's in. Takitumu's trying to turn it. They got the ball out, the Cowboys, and it's a kick, but the fullback's way down there. He's got it. They're going to put the kick in, and out it goes over the halfway line. And my sheet tells me that's Boaza Bulla. Could be a Cook Islander or a Fijian or a mixed boy. It's been a good kick because he's got it. He's 40 metres out from the Cowboys' try line, but it's a Cowboys throw into the line out. So Daniel's organising the troops for Takitumu. I just would love to see Big Sai Nagi get a free crack at him because, gosh, he's a good runner with the ball. They've secured the ball, the Cowboys, but it wasn't straight. So we're coming in. It's going to be a scrum, 40 metres out, the Takitumu ball. And they've got to try and get some points out of these good positions they get themselves into. They're 40 metres out. They got the scrum. They got the feed. And they've got some good players out wide. So let's hope they can do something. Yeah, the scrum's moving around too much before the ball's even in. Let's hope we don't see too many resets. 1, 2's plenty, then penalise the defending team. That opens up the game. In we go, in we go. There's a good clean hill for Takitumu. Out it comes. They're going out the Big Sai. Sai's off. This is what I wanted to see. He's going to be hard to stop from there. He's going to probably run over this bloke. That's how good the man is. Great try, Sai. He is a great footballer, this boy. Big Fijian boy, but he doesn't train. But he is a star when he gets the ball like that. You give him an inch, he'll take a mile. I call him Mr. Gadget. He's 6'4", and he's a lovely young man. Well, Makiora doesn't think he's a lovely young man, but I do. So that makes it 10-5. Kick to come. Kick to come. And this is a big performance from their game last week, which was 60-0. But that's the power and the grace of Big Sinagi. He just, when he's super fit, he can do that all day. But he tells me he hasn't been training, but sometimes he tells me little fibs. They're looking for a kicking tee. Oh no, we've got an injury on the field. And we've got number 4 kicking. Number 4 is Takitumu. He's a great kicker on his day. But Daniel Toe, he's a great kicker too. Tereki's from the Bulldogs and Daniel's from the Sea Eagles. So they're 2 quality kickers. But this boy's a great kicker. But he tells me he hasn't been training either, so I don't know what they expect. You play sport, you've got to train. I don't care where you are. That's never looked like missing. So it's 10-7. And we've got a game on our hands, which I didn't think we were going to have one like this, but Takitumu are doing all right. And it's
Conversion only 2.
Yep. And it's just going to depend on the second half. So we're well into the first half. But Takitumu has been a great footballer for the Bulldogs for a long time, even as a young boy. You know, like he's still a young man, but even as a schoolboy he was a star. But he's more into planting with his family rather than football, and you can't blame him because they've got to make money, and you don't get money for playing football. Takitumu's returned the kick, and it's gone out just short of on the 40-metre mark. 40 metres out from Takitumu. It's going to be a Cowboys line out in front. But if Takitumu can do this in the second half, we're going to have a great game of football here today. And for a team that got beat 60-0 last week, they've done really well. Not straight. Oh no, infringement in the line out, so it's a short arm penalty to the Cowboys, and they're going to rumble it up into the forwards. And I think the Cowboys are just trying to test them out. There's a bit of scrappy play here. They're in and out. Out they come. It's a Takitumu ball, but the Cowboys are very strong in their defence. Their whole game's based on defence. It's gone back. The kicker's off. It looks like Daniel down to the winger. Well taken. Here's the winger down the left-hand side. Got to the halfway mark, but he's got nobody with him. They're going to be lucky they got the ball back. They're in the middle. Takitumu's, mate, I'm surprised they've done so well. I think everybody who come here thought this would be an easy game for Arorangi, and it might be in the long run. We've got a penalty going to the Cowboys. So somebody's giving the referee cheek, and our referee's they get hurt very easy. So he's penalising them 15 metres for giving cheek. Puts it in within kicking range, and he's going to kick for goal. Penalty goal. So it's 10-7 with the kick to come. Must be getting close to half time. The one thing this referee does not like people giving him cheek. And it's part of our culture, part of our game. You know, you just give everybody a mouthful. Very sensitive, our referees over here. So here we go. You should get a good shot of this because the camera's right on the goal line. And the linesmen are down there. It's up in the air. Never looked like missing. Straight over the black dot, and there's no black dot. That's 3 points for that. So that now makes it an interesting game. It's 10-all. What do you got 13, Dave, or?
13-7.
Hey?
13-7.
13-7. I'm in the wrong spot to look at the scoreboard. 13-7. Cowboys are still going all right. They're chasing it. Hasn't gone 10 metres. They're playing on. Cowboys are 40 metres out. They're rumbling up. Oh, shocking pass. They got away with it. It was a bounce pass, but it wasn't meant to be. They're on the halfway mark. The Cowboys ball there, offside, ref. Gosh. Here we go again. This winger, the number 4's got the ball straight over the top of them. Advantage is over. They got the ball out wide. The Cowboys in the middle of the field. They've still got the ball going up wide. Out to their wingers. They're going to make a lot of inroad down the left-hand side. 30 metres out. Forward up the middle. They're just going to try and bulldoze their way down to the try line. Out it comes. Good defence from the Takitumu team. Out they come again. Here's a chance for the Cowboys. Went to Neville nobody. He needs some help. The Cowboys have arrived. They've taken it from behind the ruck. Here's a chance. Big run. Big run. He needs some here help. Down the blind side again. They're trying to push over. And he's over. Great try to the Cowboys. Good team, Cowboys. They've worked hard. So it's another 5 points, David. You'll get a good view on the camera on this kick. But whilst the kick's being taken, I just want to thank our sponsors again. And I've got to mention Cook Island Building Services because they've given us a truck to film the game from because you've got to be up a little bit high. You can't do it from ground level. Cook Island General Transport and the Sword family who support all the sport on the island. Origin Gas, they've been a good sponsor for us. Waka TV, T&M Heather Contractors, and of course if you're listening to music on the FM dial, just tune your radio into 89.5 on the FM dial. And that's our sponsors for the day for both our games. And we're going to do the next game straight after this one, which will be a cracker. It's last year's premiers and the runners-up, the grand final replay, and they're two very competitive teams. That's Tupapa, who won the comp, and Arbitu, and they don't forget these sort of games, they remember them. That's missed, so the Cowboys are starting to roll. And this is when the Cowboys are dangerous. They're starting to roll, and it's just a matter in the second half whether Takitumu can keep going, because just watch them coming backwards. They don't look too enthusiastic, and I think Lloyd Matapo is the coach. He's a good mate of mine. He'll be anxious to get them into the huddle to talk to them and try and stir them up again. But Lloyd's been a great footballer for the Cook Islands and the Bulldogs. And Richard Picura, who'd probably be out there, he's probably been out there already. And they're trying to keep the game alive in those two villages. But I can see the machine in Arorangi just starting to work. There's a kick, and they're obviously trying to run Takitumu around. Here comes the Cowboy, and oh, the Takitumu man's come up with a ball, but just in time because the Cowboy arrived. But there's no cavalry with them, but they've hung on to the ball, and it's going to be a penalty to the Cowboys, 25, 30 metres out, and I think this is a big chance to get some more points before half time. So we're going to have a line out, 20 metres out. Don't know, oh yes, and kick, sorry. I'm in front of myself. He's kicking for goal. It's a good move. I know, taking a tap. Don't see that too often. Down the middle. I think the Cowboys can smell blood. And they're over again. This is the Cowboys' power machine. And I think they've decided that they're going to run over the top of Takitumu. And everybody knows Takitumu hasn't been training, and you just can't play this level of football without any fitness or condition. Yeah, 5 more. So it's starting to get away from the Takitumu. And it must be close to half time. And it's a shame because we need teams to be competitive over here. We only got, because of the coronavirus, we've only got 4 teams in our abbreviated union competition, and we need these players to try and get themselves fit to show off their quality and their ability. But if you're not fit, you can't do that. I'm a great advertisement for fit. Moves in, it's up in the air, never looked like missing. So that's another 2 points to the Cowboys. And unless Takitumu start to do something, this is going to get away from them. Because when the Cowboys are in this sort of mood, they're hard to stop. So they train hard, they're a great club, and they're very proud of their club. And they've gone for a short kick, and it's been knocked out. Still in play. They're lucky to get that ball, the Cowboys. There's a bit of variation, and they're all offside. The ref says they're all offside, and that's when you know the team's getting tired. The Cowboys are just rolling on. I think they're circling the wagons. They're going to kick for the line. Just a good kick. He's probably gained 30 metres there, 40 metres out from the Takitumu try line. It's going to be a line out. It's going to be a Cowboys throw in the line out. And this is where they're dangerous. You've got runners from all over the place. They'll probably run 2 or 3 forwards up the middle and then get it out to these fit men out the back. They've secured the ball in the line out. They're rumbling up. There's a good run from the forwards. Got the ball out, and here we come. They're looking for the runners. The Cowboys are in full flight. There's a great run. He's been brought down 30 metres out. He got the ball back out. Here we go down the right-hand side. We've got the runners here. The winger's going to forward pass. That was unlucky because they were going to get very close then. But the referees pulled it up. So we're 30 metres, 25 metres out from the Takitumu line, and I think they've dodged the bullet there. But this, the Cowboys are going to be a hard team to beat when we get down to the final series. And obviously we've only 4 teams in it. We've got 2 semi-finals, and unfortunately you've got to say that Takitumu's not. They'll be 4th, and they'll be the first team out. Here they go, out wide, and there's half-time whistle being blown. So they're not doing anything. They knocked the ball on. There's a penalty to Takitumu. But it'll be an interesting second half to see if Takitumu can back up. So we're 30 metres out from Takitumu try line. Right on the halfway mark. So we're going to have a line out. That's a Takitumu line out and throw. And we'll just see if they just play the ball dead or they're going to try and run the ball. Been knocked back. It's a Takitumu ball, but it's gone way back. And they're gone out. The Cowboys have got the ball, and we'll be back for the second half very shortly. What score you got on that? Right, the referee's out for the second half. We're not mucking around because we're going to lose our sunlight shortly, and we've got the big games on after this one. And when the sun goes down like anywhere else in winter, it gets very dark very quick. It won't show up on the camera work because the camera's got light meters which will change it all. But we just got to make sure we're on side and working well with it. Right, so when this half starts, I just want to thank again CIBS Cook Island Building Supplies for the loan of a truck. They've done us a favour. Cook Island General Transport. These are all the big companies. If you need anything done, it's a big run here from Takitumu. They're out 40 metres out from their own try line, but he's lost the ball. And the Cowboys, this is what I fear. The Cowboys machine is working. And there's a penalty to the Cowboys 30 metres out. But our sponsors for today, Cook Island General Transport, T&M Heber, Origin Gas, Vaka TV and 89.5 on the FM dial, Kiarana Radio. And that's our sponsors, and we always try and support them in everything we do because they support sport in the Cook Islands, especially League and Union, sevens and nines and all that sort of stuff. And we need sponsors. And I hope they're happy with our coverage. Our live stream's going out well, we just checked it. So if you're watching it on the live stream, welcome to you. And if my mate in Australia or New Guinea, Chris Moan, is watching it, hello mate. I still won't see it before Christmas because you won't be back here. Because the way things are going in New Guinea and Australia, they've got a lot of problems with this virus. And we've got a lot of players from New Guinea out here, and it's good that they can pick it up on the live stream. There's a big run from the Cowboys. He's 20 metres out, right up the middle. And this machine is just starting to work. And the supporters of the Cowboys will be happy with what they're doing. They've lost the ball, but we're going to have a scrum go down. It's going to be a Takitumu ball, but it's only delaying the inevitable. This is what happened to Takitumu last week. I think it was 28-0 at half-time. It ended up 60-0 at full-time. That's against Tupapa, one of our good teams, but Arorangi's a good team. I've got a lot of time for Arorangi. They're limited with their players, but gosh, they utilise them. It's very overcast day here. Clouds everywhere, but the sun's out. There's a bit of a breeze blowing. It's a beautiful winter's day in sunny downtown Arorangi. The pack's sat. It's gone down again, the scrum. The referee's called for the ball to go in. Oh no, he's blowing his whistle. He's going to reset it. So it's 20 metres out. Reset of a scrum. Referee's got his arm out. Must be tied. The ball's in, it's out. Takitumu's got it. They're going to put the kick in because that's the only way they can get out of trouble. This guy, number 14, is a big Fijian boy and he can run like the wind. He's put the ball up. He's chasing it. It's up the middle. And he's called a mark. You don't often see that.
Hey, Bella.
You don't often see that in this game over here, but he's called for a mark. And the ball's come out. Here's trouble. The Cowboys have got the ball. He's off. Beautiful dummy. And he's got the ball away and he's dropped it. The Takitumu's come up with the ball, but that was good football from the Cowboys, but they just put the ball down. It's going to be under the post. And here comes Takitumu. And the referee's got them all offside, so it's a penalty to Takitumu. But Takitumu's got to be careful here because this machine is starting to work, and these teams who played this sort of sport, they're a machine. If the whole machine works, the team works. So we've got a kick here and it's gone out. That's a great kick. He's 40 metres out from the Arorangi try line. It's a good kick. So we've got a line up. That's you can only see Takitumu. They're walking to the line out. So does that mean they're planning something or they're tied? You be the judge. I would say option 2 would probably be the right decision. This is the Cowboys. They can start pinching the ball off these lineouts because they're not doing a lot. He's up early and he's lucky to get that ball back. And there's been a big throw in and he goes to, I thought he was going to kick. But there's Cowboys everywhere. There's 1,000 of them. Right on the halfway mark, out it comes. And they're going out wide. On the halfway mark, and they're fighting for the ball. Knock on from the Takitumu right on the halfway mark. I think the management of the Cowboys will be really happy with this performance because last week it was a real mishmash game, mistakes everywhere. And Arbitu were guilty of the same problem. And 1 week's been amazing, the turnaround from Arorangi. And we've got a scrum going down right on the halfway mark, 20 metres out from the sideline. The camera's right in line with the scrum. That's a Cowboy put in. In it goes. They're driving the ball. Oh, bad pass, but they've kicked it right up the middle, down to the left-hand winger. Well caught. They chase that well. They've turned him around and he's had to put the kick in because he's got no support behind him. And here we go. Oh, he threw it to anybody. That's silly football. Takitumu's come up with the ball. They're 30 metres out from the Cowboys try line. Here's Sainagi. He's in. He's thrown his hip into the bloke, but the bloke's taken a hip and him. The gadget man is very hard to tackle when he gets in that position. He normally bumps him off. Out they come. Takitumu's got the ball. They're going to run it into the forwards, but there's not many with him. The Cowboys are there. And he's got a penalty going to Takitumu. That's 30 metres out. Takitumu are probably going to go for the... Oh, they were going to take a tap. Taking a tap, running into the forwards. The Cowboys are strong in the middle, but they're 25 metres out in the centre of the field. There's the big Fijian Bulldog man. He's a huge fella. Slow ball coming. Takitumu's playing the Cowboys' strength to forwards. Here goes this big man again. He's huge. Plays front row. Lovely young man. They're rolling the ball up. They're doing all right. Takitumu. They're 10 metres out. They want the ball out wide, but it's slow coming. That's a good run. I don't know who that is because he's not on my team sheet. But the Cowboys are doing all right. Takitumu's got the ball again. They're just trying to get it over the try line. Out wide now. They kicked it for the winger. The winger's going for it. It's been taken. So they're off. Here's a trouble. Here's a chase. Takitumu, here they come. Oh, it's gone to Neville. No, here's trouble. This guy is quick. He's quick. Great tackle. Got the ball away. They're dancing around. There's bodies everywhere. Oh, it's gone back. They're just throwing the ball around. They knock on everywhere. So we're 30 metres out from Takitumu try line. And Arorangi's doing something that they don't normally do. They don't normally throw the ball around like this. They're normally very constructive. But I think they know that the Takitumu people are very, very tired. The linesman's going to make a report. That's William Tarapo. And it looks like it's a nothing report. Nothing's changed from the game in his report. There's a substitution going on for Takitumu. If they've got any subs that have got any substance on them, they've got to get them on because they're going to be in trouble trying to hold these guys. That looks like I thought it was. Call set, the ball's in. Arorangi trying to turn the scrum. Going to reset it. It's going to be a Takitumu ball again. Mine's the call. Set. Get the ball in. Arorangi's putting the power on. They've got the ball out. Takitumu. It's a big kick down the middle. But they got the wingers very set down there, Arorangi. And they've gone for the quick line out. No, no, no. There's too many. Takitumu. Let's cut that off. So we're 30 metres out. The game's over as far as I'm concerned. Takitumu don't look like they're going to get too far in the game. So we've got another substitute. There's an injured man here. Way back. Gives the players a bit of a breather, but while we're having this break in play, I just want to thank our game sponsors. General Transport, General Transport, T&M Heather, Origin Gas, Vaka TV, and 89.5 on the FM dial. You want to listen to good music? He plays a lot of older music that I understand. I don't understand the new music, but it's a good station to listen to. Very relaxing. Not many commercials. It's normally just all music. So we've got a replacement here. He's off. The referee says, get him off, get somebody else on, let's get on with the game. Because the sun's disappearing and it's going to get very dark here very early. And we've got the main game coming after this. So we've got a line out. Up they go, it's a Cowboys ball. Out they come. They put a little kick over the top. It's anybody's ball. Takitumu's come up with it, but the Cowboys are all over him. But they got away with it. Takitumu, there's no, he's big Sainagi. Sai's trying to push him off. He's good. He's a good footballer. He's hard to tackle. It's the gadget. Laid the ball back. Here they come. Takitumu's got the ball. They're trying to crash into the forwards. They're 40 metres out. Out they come again. Another ball out wide. Takitumu's trying to get the ball moving. They got some fast bet. They're out wide. They're gone out wide. That's a good run down. He's down to the 20-metre mark. They've got to keep this roll on. Don't make any mistakes. And they're running into the forwards. Oh, good run. This is a good run. He's 15 metres out. Been a lot of power in the running in this set. Out they come. They're going out wide. Got the ball back inside. They're going out wide again. Here's a big chance. It's 3-on-2. Big sidestep. Big run. And he's over. He's over. Takitumu, number 7, is Tamisi. That was a good run. That was a power run. That's another 5 points to Takitumu. And I think the Cowboys have taken their foot off the pedal. That's a good reply from Takitumu. Something they didn't do last week. They didn't score a point in the second half. But the game's well beyond them. But the only thing I know about Takitumu is our umbrella flies across the field, kills the cameraman, kills 14 spectators. All I know is they're going to be better next week, Takitumu, because they just need to keep playing the game. He moves in. I couldn't see if that went over or not. There was somebody in the way. Well, I think Takitumu's done pretty good here today. Scores 25-12, I think, by the look of things. We're a long way from the scoreboard and there's not much help here for us. Cowboys are kicking off. Up they go. Up in the air. It's a good kick. They're hard to take, these kicks. And it's bounced out. It's gone out on the full, so it's come back to halfway. The team's got the option. The referee says they want to come back to the halfway mark. I think the wind's gone out of the sails of this game. I'm looking forward to the next one. Last year's grand final teams. Great rivals to Papa and Arbitu. No love lost there. And it's going to be on for young and old. And this boy with the ball, I think that's DeVito, but he played for Tupapa last year. Was hooker, halfback, got the long ponytail. I think that's him. But the name I've got here is, don't know. But he's a Fijian, I know that. It's Takitumu ball. Out it comes. There's a big run out wide. That's a good determined run, that one. Been brought out 40 metres out from the Cowboys try line. Takitumu is playing to the strength of the Cowboys, the forwards, and they're struggling to hold them. Out it comes into the forwards again. It's like bashing your head against a brick wall. Out they come. Oh, he's put the ball down. It's gone backwards. And there's a kick over the top. He's been hindered, but well taken. And here's the wall out wide. And Arorangi's got Takitumu, but they've got players back. He's 30 metres out. He's going to put a kick up in the middle of nowhere. It's going to run a bit, so it's going to go way down, way down. So it's 15 metres out from Arorangi's try line. And they've returned the kick. And it's just, that's a good take. Oh, big run, big tackle. That was number 7, Tomasi, who scored the try. He's a Fijian, he's a good, tough boy. Takitumu's doing all right in this second stage of the game. I thought the Cowboys had run away, but big run into the forwards. Here we go, the big Fijian boy. Got the boys, trouble. There's big Sai Nagi. Big Sai. He's lost the ball. And that's one of his faults. But he's an exciting man to watch run with the ball because he uses his hips and his knees to knock blokes out of the way. And when he's coming at you, you know you've got to go into him hard, but he's got bad hands. But when he's fit and well, he wouldn't drop that. He was real success stories in the CIRU Rugby League competition win last year. He had a tremendous season. So we've got scrum going down. It's Arorangi scrum and feed. He's 10 metres out from his own try line. The ball's in, the ball's out. Arorangi's trying to push the forwards. They're going to run the ball. They're going to run the ball, Arorangi. Their forwards have got there. They've secured the ball. They're offside. They can't get up that quick. There's a big run. The Cowboys are putting on the power in those rucks. The left footer's coming to the left side to kick the ball. It's going to run. It's going to run. It's 20 metres out. This Fijian boy's on top of it. So he's got it down to the halfway mark. Line out. Cowboys line out and throw. It's Storm. People will know Storm. He played for the Sea Eagles last season in the rugby league. Good hard runner, good hard footballer. But they're all breathing heavy. Here's Robert Heather, last of a line out. Hurry up, Rob. Can't go without you, mate. You're the mainstay. They're going to go to number 2 by the look of things. Yep. Got the ball. Good secure. Grab. Here they go up into the middle. That's traditional Arorangi football. Now they can go either side this way. Out the ball comes. Is trying to set their wingers on fire. There's a big run down the side. They're 20 metres out down the right-hand side near the clubhouse. They got the ball secured, knocked it on. The game's just degenerating a little bit. But it's been a very big improved game from Takitumu. I'm surprised. But we're down into the final part of the game and the game's in the bag for the Cowboys. So we've got a line out. See, Storm's just arriving. So the referee says, put the ball in. Up we go. Early jump. Not straight. Not straight. They're going to have another one. This time it's the Arorangi throw. Up they go again. It's gone over everybody. It's been grabbed by Takitumu. 30 metres out, right in the middle of the field. They put the kick in. And the ball's going to go down. It's a good kick. They're telling him where to go. He's put the kick up. Oh, he's put it down. The Takitumu player. It's got to be a knock on. I love it. The Fijian boys from the teams, they play it tough and hard. Number 2 or 3 from Arorangi push the other Fijian boy, Tavita. But it's all in good fun. They're very competitive, the Fijian boys. It's a game within a game sometimes. We're on the halfway mark. Arorangi's got the scrum and feed. Got the ball in. It's going to come out. They're going to go to the left. They're going to try a bad pass. 5-8. Wait for it. Good tackle there. Good tackle. Out they come again. Arorangi's lost all their enthusiasm. They're just running the ball up the middle. I think they're just going to be happy with the win. Here we go. It's the Fijian boy. This is a big run. Number 8's got the ball away. It's gone to Neville nobody. And they're still scrapping, these Fijian boys. And we've ruled a knock on. Oh well. I think the score's 25-12 if I can see correctly. But I give Takitumu credit because they've hung in there for the whole game. They didn't score a point last week. They got beat 60-0 and Arorangi's a good club. They've got a revised team for Tupapa. They must have some late inclusions. Thanks, Mum. The next game will be well worth watching, so if you're watching it on Sunday on Bucker TV, I would be watching the second game because it should be a cracker. Short arm penalty to Arorangi. They're going to take a tap. He's telling Takitumu to get back 10 metres. Out they come. Straight into the forwards. That's what you expect from the Cowboys. They've set up the ruck and maul. Excuse me. Trying to get the ball out. There's the big run into the forwards. Been pinched. Bit of push and shove in there. No harm done. They've taken a quick tap, but the referee says, get back. Penalise them another 10 metres. So that's 5-10 metres out from the try line. Well, I think you'll see the Cowboys put on a power play here and try and push the forwards over. They've been successful for it all day. They've got the big men in the middle all ready to roll. Here they go. The Cowboy forwards are into it. Taking it up. They've formed their ruck. They need a quick ball. Out they come. Back into the forwards. They're just going to rumble this up into the middle. Didn't run away from the tackle. Didn't roll away from the tackle. They're taking up a quick tap. He's one of the big forwards is into it. I think he's over. He's been held up. Oh, gosh. The penalty to Takitumu. He's calling out somebody. I don't know. Sometimes I find it hard to rule what these referees are saying and doing with their arms. They're like the traffic policemen. The arms are going everywhere. But it's a penalty right on the try line to Takitumu, so they'll kick towards the camera here. It's heading down. It's a good kick. He's got it out to the 45 metres out from the Takitumu try line. So we're going to have a throw in to the line out. It's going to be a Takitumu line out and throw. You should get a good view of this on the camera. It's right underneath the camera. So you can see from that shot there's a lot of big men out there. A lot of heavy breathing. Not for any other reason other than they're not fit. They're going back up. It's gone over the person who was supposed to get the ball. Arorangi's got it out wide to the fast men. They've got some quick wingers. Arorangi put it down. Takitumu's come up with the ball. The game has lost a bit of its momentum. I think the game was over at half time, I think, for Arorangi. I think they've just turned the motor off on the car. They're just quite happy to cruise and get next week's game. Go on to the blind side, back to the open, back into the forwards, not where you want to go. And Arorangi's pinched the ball and they've put it down. There's going to be another try under the post, but he's knocked the ball on. So it's just the standard's getting a little bit shoddy at the moment. So we're going to have a scrum go down 20 metres out. from Takitumu's try line. Finds the call. Set. Bowls in. Right, the big push is on from the Cowboys. They've turned it to the blind. Here's trouble. He's got the wingers unmarked, and he's going to go in. And he's gone out. That's just laziness, because that should have been a 2-on-1 move. It should have been a certain try. But it's only the second game in this competition. It's a quick throw in, but the referee says bring it back. And both these teams will be better next week for the run. I spoke to a lot of the players from last week's games, and they were very disappointed in themselves, their team, and their performance. Because our players, they're not the best players in the world. They pride themselves on playing a good game of football. It's been pinched, and here we go. The Cowboys got it out wide, and this is going to be, the ball went behind the winger, so he's had to go back and pick it up. But he was unmarked. They're driving it up the middle. They're 15 metres out, the Cowboys. Here we go. Power run, big run. Gosh, it's getting dark out here. It's an advantage to the Cowboys. The referee's going to let it go, see how far they can go with the advantage. They can go either way here. They're in the middle of the field underneath the goalposts. Still going. Still got the advantage. They're trying to rumble it up. 10, 15 metres out. Looks like they're all having a sleep in the middle there at the moment. Slow ball. Here goes the forwards again, rumbling it up. There's only a metre out. And they're gone out wide. Here's a big run from one of the Fijian boys. And he's over. Close to over. And that's the final push over. I wouldn't be disappointed with this form from Takitumu. I know they're going to get beat, but they've done well. For a team that got beat 60-0 last week, Arorangi's not a bad team. And they've done all right for themselves. They can only get better. Got a kick for goal right in front. So the scoreboard, this is where you get into trouble. He's got up 32 because he's anticipating this is going to go over. Straight over the black dot.
Did it go over?
Yep. I think it's 32-12 looking at the scoreboard, Dave. Is that what you got on the screen? We're just in a bad position to see the scoreboard. We try and keep a running score here, but it's very difficult. There's people in front of us, and we just work under difficult circumstances. But the game is long gone. But the guys from my area, Takitumu, they've done a lot better than what they did last week. They've actually scored a couple of tries. One of them, Zainagi's try, was good to watch. But looking at the score, it's 32-12 on the scoreboard. And we'll see what happens. High kick. And Takitumu's gone over the ball, but the Cowboys have secured it. Out it's come. And they've put it down, but it's gone back. The referee says There's an up and under to Neville, nobody. He's up, he's got the ball. He's been hammered. He's been hammered, but it's the Cowboys' ball. They've got a men over out wide here. He's kicked it inside. Side's fallen over. There must be a hole in the ground. Or he's unfit. I'd say it's option 2. There's another penalty, not letting go with the tackle. There's some tired men. They're taking a quick tap. They've got 100 Cowboys out here. They've only got to give it to anybody and they're going to score. Underneath the post by the look of things. And that's when the opposition's tied when that happens. They just took a quick tap. They had men everywhere. And he scored under the post. That's 37-12. And the referee should call a halt. Because it's just degenerating into the game's been good for 60 minutes. It's getting out of hand and we're getting ready for the next game. This is right underneath the goalpost, so it should be an easy 2-point conversion. Everybody's taking their time. I think they'd be happy to call full time here, the players. 32-12. The sun's gone, the clouds are coming in, and anybody who knows Rarotonga, we normally have a beautiful winter. It's been cold lately. It was freezing this morning. Like when I say freezing, it was probably 12, 13, 14 degrees, which is not freezing anywhere, but it's freezing here. And a big wind chill. It's coming from New Zealand, from Australia and New Zealand up to us. I wish they'd keep it down in New Zealand. But we must be in the dire straits. 32-12. Oh, I don't know. No, he's putting the score up now. 34-12.
Should be 39.
No. They got schoolboys on the scoreboard, and I don't knock them. They do the best they can. But we know who the winner is, and I will keep the score myself in the next game, so I'll be able to be more accurate. I hate being inaccurate. The Bears have got the ball. They put it up. It's going to go out. 40 metres out from their own try line. And the Bears are still running. So it's 40 metres out from the Bears, the Cowboys try line. Even the scoreboard boy's having trouble. He's got 33-12. Now he's changed it. Yeah. I'll have to watch it, Dave, in the next game because they've got no idea what they're doing up there. It's a Takitumu ball. It's going to come out. They're going to run the ball, turn it inside. Sainagi's out here having a holiday, just keeping a watch on what's going on because his fitness is not there. And he's just a natural player, but you can't play without fitness. And I don't know what the 30, looks like 39-12, Dave. But there's kids sitting in the way of the scoreboard and you can't see any. But we put up with it. We know who the winner is, which is the Cowboys. And we've got a scrum going down right on the halfway line. We're in the dying part of the game. I can see the next two teams are all ready to run out. And it's going to be a great game of football. It's nice and cool, good condition. 39-12 looking at the scoreboard, Dave. And that's the final hooter. And I think the Cowboys are going to run it. They're going out wide. Oh, that's Stephen Wills has kicked the ball. It's gone out wide. Oh! They're playing harder now than they've done all day. The Cowboys are after this ball. They're into it. It's a Takitumu ball. Stephen Wills. Sai said, I'm not going to run. I've done my running. He just passes the ball inside. And it's a terrible attitude. But that's Sai. We're 30 metres out. They got the ball. The Cowboys have got the ball. They put a kick in over the top. It's a Takitumu ball. And they're going to, they're still going. They're going to go in the corner. And the Cowboys are going to score, but that's it. Game's over. Try disallowed. So we'll be back for the main game very shortly. Thank you.